Hare Krishna, everybody. Namo Vishnu-padaya,
Namaste
Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Śivarāma, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. We are on Vidagdha-mādhava, these times of autumn. Autumn festivals. I've heard that today my daughter-in-law Radha is wearing the yellow of the garden. I shall go and see if it is true. She walks and looks. Why does Vishaka wander and wonder? Why has she fainted on the porch? I shall ask her to tell me. Approaching, O Vishaka, it is only the first hour of the morning, and still you aimlessly wander like this. Vishaka aside, we have spent the entire night in the great festival of the Vidagdha-mādhava. Where have we been able to find the slightest fragrance of sleep? It is quite appropriate that we stagger well like this. So just get ready to stay up a lot of nights. They don't sleep very much. And that doesn't mean that they're not tired. She forces her eyes open and says openly, O noble lady, by the order of noble Purnamasi, we have stayed awake all night in a vigil at the temple. Jatila, aside, that's why my daughter-in-law's bed was empty last night. Openly, Vishaka, please call my daughter-in-law. Vishaka, O Radha, come here, come here. Radha enters. Wiping her eyes and yawning. Oh, Vishaka, I am very sleepy. Opening her eyes moving, she becomes frightened and says to herself, why does noble Jatila come here? Jatila, gazing at Radha, Jatila says to herself, alas, alas, it is true. It is a yellow garment. Radhika, aside to Vishaka, from the month of Sharangi, from the mouth of Sharangi, I heard that the old lady went in the middle of the night to the riverbank where we were enjoying pastimes. Is it not true that she must have seen us there? Vishaka, no. Vrinda gave warning of the old lady's approach, and so Krishna took you with him and disappeared from that place. On your order, we two friends met the old lady when she came. Now that's new information, isn't it? That's why Krishna took Radha from the rest of them. Jatila showed up. Radhika, then why does she look at me with this frightening stare? Jatila angry. Liar, Vishaka, have you become blind? Vishaka glances at Radha. Despondent, she speaks aside to Radha. O girl agitated to enjoy transcendental pastimes, is it this? This is Radha's yellow upper garment. Radhika glances at her own chest. Oh, you are my only shelter now. Vishaka, glancing at Jatila, she says in Sanskrit, with jubilant hearts, the young gopis playfully threw water that mixed with yellow dye on each other. This colored water has given a yellow color to the cloth over Radha's shoulder. O noble lady, why do you stare at my dear friend Radha from the corners of these crooked eyes? Jatila, believing the story. Vishaka, because you are so restless, you brought my daughter-in-law among these gopis who are blinded by their youthfulness. In this way, you almost destroyed my son's home. Vishaka, O noble lady, why do you criticize me? You may just as soon criticize the glory of the Diwali festival, which is coming soon, and which maddens all of Gokula, from the small children to the elderly. Jatila, child, you speak the truth. Last night I saw all the young girls of Gokula madly doing something like that on the riverbank. With a crooked eye, Vishaka glances at forever. Jatila, humbly, O Vishaka, be merciful to me. Be merciful. I place the tip of my finger in my mouth, and I beg you, please mercifully to me. It's my humility seems. Vishaka, humbly, O noble lady, why do you speak in this way? I am your servant. You may order me as you wish. Boy, I never remembered that from before that the reason was on, I think was quite a few times with the reason, another reason Krishna liked, is that Jatila, child, you are very pure at heart. For this reason I ask you, please protect my daughter-in-law from the hands of this Krishna. Vishaka, O noble lady, please be free from all worries. Lalita is very intelligent and expert in these affairs. Where is Lalita now? Vishaka, look, accompanied by Padma, she has now come here. Accompanied by Padma, Lalita, I am here. Lalita, son Padma, where have you come? Padma, I have come from Krishna. Lalita, where is Krishna now? Padma, he is at the boundary of the garden of Malati flowers. Lalita, what is he doing? Padma, he is performing pastimes with Madhmangal. Lalita, with a joking smile, ah, he has fulfilled all your desires. Padma, laughing, don't think otherwise. I made a crown of flowers and gave it to Krishna. Remembering, Krishna said to me, Padma, you always give me flower garlands. In the same way, Lalita always gives me wonderful colored mineral pigments. Please place this letter in her hand. She gives her the letter. She gives her the letter. He gives her the letter. She gives, Padma gives Lalita the letter. Lalita, taking the letter, she says to herself, I have never given mineral pigments to Krishna. There must be some secret meaning in these words. She reads the letter aloud. O restless eyed girl, please place in my hand a large quantity of mineral pigment from the mountain. Reflecting for a moment, she says to herself, these words actually mean, please place Radha in my hand. This is a request for a meeting with Radha. Openly, oh friend, I shall certainly do that. Now please go to Radhika, ask about her welfare and try to please her. Padma approaches Radha and says with a joyful smile, O Radha, by good fortune there is no rivalry or dispute between us. Formerly, Krishna, the prince of Gokula, stole our garments, but now you have stolen his yellow garment. Lalita smiling, O shameless girl, my friend's upper cloth is dyed yellow with kumkum. When you see it, why do you suspect my friend of doing something improper? Padma smiling, O Radha, please give me permission to depart. I shall quickly go to Sakistali village and bring pleasure to my dear friend Chandravani, who sings the glories of Lord Krishna. Vishaka laughing, Padma, you are fortunate. Your dear friend Chandravani can remain happy simply by singing about Krishna, even though she does not get the opportunity to see him. Padma, Vishaka, why do you not also act in this way? Vishaka, will we become able to act like that? Padma, why not? Vishakha, oh charming girl, my friend Radhika becomes agitated simply by the sound of the name Krishna. Padma sighed. She praises the glory of her friend Radha's love for Krishna. So be it, openly. Vishakha, you are genuinely happy. I and my friends are actually unhappy. Interesting, that coming from Padma. Padma, Lalita, don't speak. Lalita, Padma, you do not suffer at all. Padma, Lalita, don't speak in this way. We are constantly in the dressing room, stringing garlands for Śivarāma, arranging her hair, anointing her bimba fruit lips with red cosmetics, and decorating her in many ways. Our suffering is a great network that has no end. Vishakha laughing, oh Padma, it is true. You and your friends have many sufferings. I and my friend have only one. Padma, oh, what is that? Vishakha, for Radha, Krishna is like an unreachable star shining in the sky. Radha is continually tormented by the desire to attain this unattainable Krishna, who is like a regal young maddened elephant enjoying pastimes on the shore of the Yamuna. Lalita smiling, oh Vishakha, there's one more very severe suffering. How have you forgotten it? Vishakha, Lalita, what is that? Please remind me. Lalita, simple girl, it is that moment by moment we must continually apply javak cosmetic to the flower blossoms of Radha's feet. Vishakha laughs. O crooked liar, Lalita, stop. Radhika's feet are anointed with the mineral pigment from Krishna's head. They are not anointed with javak. Radhika, embarrassed. Padma, don't listen to the words of these foul-mouthed girls. Just go at once to your dear friend Śivarāma. Padma, as my dear friend orders, and she exits. Very friendly exchange between Padma and Radha. Actually, the families are very civil, even when they criticize each other. Lalita aside, how shall I fulfill Krishna's request? Openly, O Radha, come here. Let us pick some flowers and then offer them in the worship to the sun god. Radhika aside, now by good fortune, she may fulfill the desires within my heart. In this place, it may be possible for me to see Krishna openly. As it pleases my friend, they exit. So they stayed up all night, and just as they were about to take now, they're going back up again to worship the sun god. Accompanied by Mongol, Krishna enters. Krishna. Now that autumn has come, the Yamuna river has become thin, and the sandy beaches on the river shore have increased. The forests of Vrindavan is filled with peacock tails, billions of gunjaberries, and buzzing bees flying within the boundaries of creepers bearing many clusters of fragrant flowers. Looking again blissful, now that it is autumn, all directions in Vrindavan forest are filled with loud sounds. Look, for the sake of a cow in heat, the powerful bulls are dueling with long horns. Madhumangal, looking in all directions. O Mukunda, has this Vrindavan forest become pleasantly shady because of your touch? On the pretext of bearing many blossoming yellow Kurantaka flowers, the forest is now dressed in yellow garments. Kurantaka flower. Krishna aside, did Lalita understand the hint in my letter? Will she fulfill my desire? Alas, now that I'm separated from Radha, whose restless eyes are like playful conjun birds, even this Vrindavan forest, which is now filled with the sweet beauty of autumn, does not give me even a drop of happiness. I shall send a signal with my flute. Does that. O Chakravarti, now the auspicious time to meet. Your lover has come, Oh, beautiful girl, please quickly come to my side. Your friend is gazing at the path with half-open eyes. He constantly cries. That's the flute. That's the message by the flute. Madhvanga. Oh, friend, who was that wonderful? What was that wonderful, unprecedented sound? Krishna. Friend, that was my effort to find a doe. Madhvanga. The truth is spoken. What is the need of speaking even one syllable more? Krishna. Well said, my friend. This is to find a doe. The word lochana here means I was seeing or eye. Anyway, it can mean doe-eyed Radha. So a voice from behind the scenes. With the cupped hands of their ears, the Surabhi cows drink the sound of the flute. They fill all directions with a great flood of milk. Even though it is not the season for them to bloom, all the trees have suddenly opened and flowers, beautifying the forests of Vidagdha. These newly blossomed flowers have curdled the flood of milk from the Surabhi cows, and now a great flood of yogurt flows in Vrindavan forest. Krishna. Friend, on the right, look. There's my pet bull, Padmaganda, among the Surabhi cows. He is very tall, and he has great red horns. His hooves and his beautiful and handsome eyes are also red. A bell hangs from his neck. His long tail moves on the ground. He possesses an incomparable hump, and he is white like Mount Kailash. Accompanied by two gopi friends, Radha and Vish. Radha aside. A flute sound came from this direction. I must be mistaken. It is not possible. Lalita with a satiric smile. Oh, Radhika, why have you suddenly pricked up your ears like the ears of the doves? Lalita, why do you attribute your qualities to others? In truth, you are like a dove, because it is easy to see how you are enchanted by the sound of the flute. Lalita, Radha, you are the dove. After all, the doe named Rangini is your friend. Radha aside, the flood of sweet fragrance coming from the forest garden tugs at me as if it were a gopi messenger. With a trick, she walks ahead. Vishaka, friend Radha, how have you become like a bumblebee, attracted by a sweet fragrance? Radhika, Vishaka, many blossoming flowers may be seen before us. I shall pick some and use them in the worship of the sun god. Lalita, you are actually trembling with love for the sun god. This must be love for the sun god who moves in the forest, and not the sun god who moves in the sky. Radhika, in the anger of love, oh, uncivilized girl, I speak of the moon, who's the friend of the lotus flowers. Lalita, friend, why do you hide your actual purpose? Vishaka. Lalita, she is angry because she thinks that you have become her competitor. For this reason, she conceals her actual intention. She is no longer your dear friend. Radha knitting her eyebrows. Treacherous girl, fool, why do you reveal the actual desire in your heart? Hurry, your lover Krishna, who relieves the itching sensation of your lips, is not far from you. Lalita, O Radha, the creeper of Vrindavan forests, know that since childhood my vow of chastity has never been broken. What shall I say with my mouth? Radhika laughing, O chaste girl, they know. They know. At dawn, I personally saw the mark of Krishna's sharp-shaped earrings imprinted on the creeper of your arm. In the same way, I also saw Krishna's peacock-feathered crown on Vishaka's bed. Lalita, scandalous girl, go away, go away. Vishaka, Radha, how much can you hide? A Chandrakanta jewel on the moon cannot avoid melting. Radhika, looking ahead, astonished. Lalita, please excuse me. I'm going to run away. She's trembling. Lalita, frightened. Radha, what is frightening you? Radhika, inimical. Oh, crooked girl, what is this use? What is the use of this pretended innocence? Is it not true that you have brought me here from far away simply to place me in the hands of Mr. Bachi? Lalita, carefully looking, she says to herself, is it not that this girl sees a tamal tree from a distance and she thinks the tree is Krishna? Openly, why should you run away? You have the opportunity, you have this opportunity because of me. She pulls Radha. Radhika torment. Friend, Vishaka, protect me. I run to you for shelter. Vishaka, oh girl bewildered by love, how is that? For you, all the three worlds have become transformed into Krishna. Look, this is a tree. It's not the playful Krishna. Krishna, how is it that Sanda Radha cannot yet come? I shall play my flute. He does that. O moon, this is the flute. Please decorate this forest with your soft footsteps. Anxiously waiting for you, a young chakora stares at the eastern horizon. Vishaka, peaceful and sober. O Radha, why did you reel about and fall on this kadamba tree? Lalita, O friend, the flute again and again, I bow down to offer respects to you. You have openly revealed the great secret kept within this Radha. Radha tries to hide the outward expression of her love for Krishna. Lalita in Sanskrit. O girl whose thighs are as beautiful as plantain trees, the sweet sound of the flute is now gliding into your ears. That flute music has made the fingers of your thighs stunned and motionless, and it has also blinded you with a monsoon of tears. What is the use of this great endeavor to hide your emotion with these waves of concealment? Vishaka, Lalita, now what chance does she have to conceal her actual emotions? In Sanskrit, the playful flute has now become your enemy. That flute music is the mantra from the Atharva Veda to exercise your shyness. It is the sacred mantra to ignite the sacrificial fire of amorous pastimes. It is the Tattvamasi mantra of the Upanishads to proclaim your conjugal union with Lord Krishna. Tattvamasi.
Beautiful purpose.
You are that, or you are his. Specifically relates to you, Śrīmati Radharani, Krishna. Everything glorifies Krishna, but some directly, very rarely it's directly, but mostly it's all indirectly. Radhika agitated. Friend, you speak the truth. This cruel flute is now my enemy. I shall now rebuke it. In Sanskrit, O flute, although both you and the bow are born from the great bamboo cane, still, it is the bow that I offer my respectful obeisances to and not to you. When a person is wounded by arrows from the bow, he quickly gives up his body without suffering for a long time. However, O cruel flute, when a person is pierced by your musical arrows, which are more terrible and dangerous than even the arrows of Cupid, he attains a very horrible situation where he remains neither dead nor alive. Oraya uçmamın devamını uçmağın is a state of living entities who are neither dead nor alive. Swami. Vedic reference to Swami. Krishna looking ahead, he becomes blissful. Here is Radha's pet dog, Rangini, because just as the man never leaves his fear-like markings, Radhika never leaves the company. Rangini's presence means that Radhika will soon appear at this place. Looking again, friend, I understand. This is not Radhika's pet dog. It is a spotless moon approaching us. He is struck with wonder. I think the moon has left its deer and descended to this earth. Looks again. Ah, now I understand. This is Radha's delightful face, which is filled with blossoming, playful pastimes. He approaches. Mother Mongol joking. Oh friend, don't run. Walk slowly. Have you become so bewildered? You must have become mad by listening to the bad advice of these rascal girls. At the right time, I will make all the arrangements. I will arrange that your love is requited. He takes Krishna's hand. Krishna, friend, you do well. I tremble as I approach Radhika. It is difficult for me to proceed. It is good that you're holding my hand. He walks. I'm just thinking, why all this strange English? For instance, friend, you do well. I tremble as I approach Radhika. It is difficult for me to perceive. It is good that you're holding my hand. Why not just, it's sort of like a attempt to be archaic English, but why? This wasn't happening in the Victorian India. He walks. Her heart resplendent with transcendental love, on her face beautifully decorated with ornamental lines drawn with various cosmetics. This beautiful girl attracts my heart and makes me thirsty to attain her. She attracts me just as a blossoming ashok creeper attracts a bumblebee. Radhika gazes at Krishna from the corner of her eyes and then says to herself in Sanskrit, the corner of his eyes are overwhelmed with the ever-fresh, amorous pastimes. A blossoming twig decorates his ear, and a garland of malati flowers crowns his head. The sweetness of Madhava, Krishna, matters my intelligence, so he's got a garland on top of his head. Krishna is wearing a garland on his head.
Not jasmine flowers.
Huh?
Jasmine flowers.
Yeah. Now whether that's on top of his turban or whether it's just directly on his hair. Vishaka laughing, she says in Sanskrit, the sweet fragrance of your body has now brought this Krishna completely under your dominion. Why do you uselessly play in this way? When the strong warrior who is expert in battle already placed his victory in his hand, what general would engage in any further fighting to gain his conquest? Radhika, oh foul-mouthed girl, you shall not stay as my companion. There is no mercy in your heart. I shall abandon you and take shelter of my dear affectionate friend Lolita. She does that and then says in Sanskrit, I see restless Krishna approaching. Oh dear friend, you're very strong. I take shelter of you. I shall no longer stay in this dense forest. Lolita, with a playful smile, she says in Sanskrit, as long as I am present, only your yellow upper garment will touch your breast. No one will touch them. O charming, bewildered girl, do not fear. Krishna, this, oh beautiful girl, now I have you. He approaches Radha. Lalita indignantly approaches Krishna and stops him. O expert debauchee, our dear friend Radha is not the proper object of your jokes. Go away. Krishna smiling. Lalita, this is not Braj village. Look, this is the belly of Vrindavan forest. You have no power here. Lalita, Krishna, those among us who are very foolish fear you. I do not fear you. I am the famous Lalita. Casting a sidelong glance at Krishna, Radhika trembles. Lalita, Radha, why do you tremble with fear while Lalita stays by you? Radhika, Lalita, come. Let us take the banduka flowers we have collected and let us go to the bank of the Jamuna. Krishna, oh hard-hearted girl, how can you take these banduka flowers and go away? He blocks the path. How will you be able to cross the base of Govardhan Hill, which is covered with the splendid black pebbles and filled with bamboo and other canes moving in the wind? How will you be able to climb Govardhan Hill's tall summit? The path, don't take that path. Take the path that goes by the Jamuna shore. That path you can easily traverse. The Jamuna is fallen right beside Govardhan Hill. So saying that you go over or go along the path that leads along the Jamuna. Radhika, casting a crooked glance, she says in a menacing tone, Devachi, I'm not at fault for this. Now I shall go to complain to Yashoda, the queen of Gokula. Krishna, Radha, why are you afraid? Give up this fear. Ah, the beautiful yellow cloth covering your shoulders is actually my property. He attacks Radha. Radhika knitting her eyebrows, she says in Sanskrit, I'm the most chaste of all girls. Now that I'm in the company of Lalita, I feel very confident. I give you this good advice, O Madhava. Do not become a snake on my path. Krishna, Lalita, did I hear Radha speak these crooked words? I shall not become an offender by disobeying the request. He raises both arms. Lalita stands in front of Radha. Krishna, even though your transcendental qualities are worthy to being verified by the entire world, and even though you are the son of King Gokula, you should not do this wicked thing to me. Madhmangal, oh arrogant girl, why do you steal these flowers that are the property of my dear friend? You are ruining this forest of Vrindavan. Krishna, friend, quickly count the flowers they have taken so I can take from their necklaces an equal amount of jewels. Madhumanga, dear friend, I finished counting. Now in exchange for the red flowers, you may take rubies, and for the white flowers, pearls and diamonds. Krishna, friend, I'm thinking, these jewels are not as valuable as the flowers. How many jewels should I take for each flower? Madhumangal, with plaintive words, friend, this humble Brahmin begs, please be satisfied with an equal number of jewels. Krishna, as my friend says, so it shall be. Lalita, laughing, noble sir, you are a counselor who gives good advice to your master. Vishaka, agitated, Krishna, stand back. Krishna, crooked girl, why? Vishaka, look, with a moon-like smile, our dear friend Radha is preparing to violently fight with you. Krishna smiling, oh charming girl, look, my body is also decorated with hair standing erect with amorous passion. Now I shall easily take this jewel of all beautiful girls. He approaches Radha. Lalita furious. Krishna, I see the reckless act you are about to perform. Just try to once touch Radha's shadow. Krishna, friend, has the goddess Durga now appeared in the form of this Lalita? Radhika becomes calm and she affectionately embraces Lalita. Krishna, aside to Lalita. Lalita, give up your harsh opposition. Lalita, give me a bride. Krishna smiling. Lalita, to you I speak the truth. I shall abandon Radha, and tonight I shall fight a duel of amorous pastime with you. Lalita, angrily turning to him. Go away, clown, go away. Krishna, you tell me what the bribe will please you. Lalita Odapachi, you who blaspheme my friend simply because she enjoys wandering in the Vrindavan forest looking for flowers. You should satisfy her by decorating her with these splendid flowers. Krishna Smiley, whatever pleases you. He walks with proud boldness. Lalita, be angry with me. I do not consider you as important as a blade of grass. He extends his hand to take Radha's necklace. Lalita, with a crooked glance and a smile. Oh, clever Krishna, my dear friend has bathed so she can worship the sun god. You have not bathed, and therefore you must not touch her. Krishna, I have already bathed in the splendid water of my own perspiration. Only Krishna can say that. Oh, foolish girl, why do you not see it? Lalita, taking Radha aside, she slowly says, this gloomy forest, filled with terrible, dark tamal trees, has made Krishna very angry. In order to protect our necklaces, we should be very kind and polite to him. Madhu. Aha, aha, the proud gopis are now defeated. He dances. Radhika, oh bewildered Lalita, have you forgotten that now is the time to worship the sun god? Madhu, O goddess Radha, do not become proud thinking that you alone are engaged in the worship of the sun god, for even Krishna and I are also engaged in that worship. Ooh, it's getting late, it's 10 to 9. Vishaka, O noble sir, how do you worship? Madhu, O noble Vishaka, please listen. In a forest temple decorated with flowers, I keep a midnight vigil as I meditate on the sound of ankle bells. Everyone smiles. Madhu with praise in Sanskrit. Holding a beautiful blossom lotus flower in his hand, the restless elephant of Sri Krishna has entered this lovely forest grove with graceful and bold steps. Oh, beautiful girl, you are very fortunate. Simply with a gentle smile, you have captured that elephant and bound him up. Krishna, beloved, served by a host of beautiful gopi friends, and your gestures as graceful as the delicate, happy swans, you fill my eyes with the sight of your beauty, just as the autumn season fills them. O moon-faced girl is the brahman of my sleep. Okay, let's stop there. Very, very wonderful, interesting little extra that Swami just puts in there, something that shines different light on, for instance, how Krishna, because Śrīmad Bhagavatam says, what does it say? At the end of chapter, no, it starts. But gopis became proud, so in order to humble them, Krishna disappeared, taking the gopi with him. But now here's another reason, something that Adishik was for worship, was one of the mentions, Jati. They don't really play much of it.
And you're already telling me now?
Oh no, yeah, I'm looking for it. What's going to happen?
You said the first step, this scope is gone.
No. End of chapter 29. Yes, first. Okay, everybody, it's great, especially for those who are at distance. And good night, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Well, this week we're not finishing.
First time I
You
feel
drop our feet.
Jai. Jai. Hari Hari Bol.